Hello, welcome. Good to look at Kenner's Ewok Village playset from Star Wars Return of the Jedi. So, it didn't come with any action figures, which is why I don't have any set up right now, but I'll add them as we go. This is basically everything you get already built, of course. There's a little seat here. Well, you can see it. Is what C-3PO sat in. And then you can see I just hit the boulder that swings around. And it's kind of odd because there's nothing really here to hit. But it just swings. I mean, there's nothing to set up to trigger it to swing. You just swing it yourself. Underneath is the net that, of course, was out in the forest where Han, Chewie, C-3PO, R2, and Luke, I think all of them were caught in this. There's a little thing on the back here. It's connected to the platform, but you pull it off. These are all might be a little hard to see. I had to back up the camera to get the whole thing in frame. But I'll pick up the camera toward the end and move it around so you get a closer look once I get all the figures added too. So this you just unclip and pull to pull the net up. Now, I think I'm missing some string, or I don't know. Characters kind of fall out if you especially put too many. Let me just put Chewie and R2 in there because I don't really need them up top. So then, see, I can't really see what's going on, but I'll just pull it up. I think it's got them right. So it's just like kind of in the movie, except the net. I don't know that it was under an Ewok village. I think it was just out in the forest. So they just tried, to fit every little thing in here. And there's an elevator, which I don't recall ever seeing in the movie, but they need a way to get up. There's a hand crank here. Let me stick an Ewok on it. There's a little guy, an archer. They do have little pegs throughout the set, including in the elevator. They can connect to the ground there, the floor. I don't know all the Ewok names. I have 8 Ewok action figures. It's quite a few. It might be all the ones they made. It's too bad the set didn't come with at least one. I mean, the action figures were about $3 when the set came out. I think they could have included one, especially I don't think they made a single female Ewok. I believe these are all males, but there are female Ewoks. They could have included one because most of the action figures are men, aside from Princess Leia. So they could have done something. I mean, Ewoks have more mass appeal, toward kids, really. I think most adults are kind of sour on the Ewoks, but I don't know. It's a nice playset. So moving on, there's this, which I think is a drum. I don't have the manual to even point out what things are, but I think it's supposed to be a drum that the Ewoks hit. Like I said, I'll move the camera better toward the end here. Up top is the campfire and the spit, I guess, that Han attaches to you so you can cook them. And there's not too much else. There's 2 holes. This one is solid. This one over here, there's nothing in it. This one has a hole so you can sit people inside it. This one is a drop off, so you put someone in, they fall out down to the ground, and there's a hole in the back of this log, I guess, or this tree. It's kind of like a escape tunnel, I guess. So it wouldn't have made sense in the movie. It would have just been another hut, but if you just want to mess around, I guess, toss your action figures in there for a quick escape. So let me start adding some figures. So I do know the names of some of them, like this guy's Chief Chirpa. Let's see. And this one, I think is Ranba, maybe? It's basically Rambo with the O and the A reversed. I don't know if that was intentional. Probably not, but I thought it was kind of funny. This one is probably my favorite Ewok. It's Tebow. Missing. I don't have his accessory. I couldn't find it right now. Most of them have their accessories. A couple didn't really want to spend too much time searching. And there's the Medicine Doctor Low Gray. I'm running out of pegs. I'm just going to lean them against the railing. Let me put C-3PO on a little chair. Yeah, I try to get everything up here, like 3PO. There's just not a lot of room. I want to stay in his chair. Okay. There's also this piece underneath. Basically, you put it on the shoulders of two Ewoks so they can carry him. It doesn't work too well when the Ewoks have like their headgear on. Like Chief Chirpa has one that goes over his shoulders, and it doesn't really fit too well. It doesn't go flat, at least. Of course, here's the most popular Ewok, or best known, Wicket. He's quite small. And of course, you could add humans too, like Leia in her indoor gear. I don't have indoor gear Luke, just the Jedi version. There's an Ewok archer. Probably go out of frame, but there's you can put them on top. These are the tops almost at the very top that you're seeing, but this one has like an inch deep, so you can stand someone in there pretty easily. You put the biker scout over here and knock him down. And then we got Han Solo, who, you know, he has a trench coat. Just got to take off to get him on the spit. So there's a spot for his hands. I mean, he fits. Pretty sure it's designed specifically for him. That is who was getting cooked in the movie. And you can rotate him. You know, everything's, like I said, tight squeeze, getting my hands in here and not knocking everything over. Alright, so that's basically the whole playset, but I do have some accessories. One is Ewok catapult. I'm having a hard time. Apologize for seeing how well this is in frame. A camera usually flips the screen so I can see it right side up, but it won't do that right today. I don't know why. So the catapult, it's spring loaded. You just pull it back, and it winds down, but like it cranks down. But then I don't know if there's a way to just let it loose. So basically, I can just flick it, and the stone will go flying off. If I don't knock it off first. I can't see. There it is. It's very light. This can be expected. It wouldn't hurt if it hit you. Alright, let's flick this thing. There it goes. Yeah, the other accessory I have is the glider. Didn't come with a figure, but I attached one. Just so to save time trying to get him in there. Any Ewok would fit, or any figure that's not too big. That's the glider, and they're supposed to hold these boulders, one in each hand, I guess. You know, when I'm looking at these things, Ewoks, they laugh at them, but man, they got to be very, very, very strong for all these, for carrying rocks and setting those traps. I mean, they move some pretty heavy objects. Okay, that's everything I was going to show. So let me grab the camera and get some close-ups here. Alright, the camera will be a little shaky because I'm holding it, and the audio may be in and out as far as, you know, how loud it is, just because It's off to my side, the microphone. So just kind of move around, focus as I go. See how well I can get under here. Ewok's a little backwards. It does unclip this piece here. Nope, sorry. Yeah, so you can unclip him from it. So as usual, there will be a blog entry for this with photos. If you want to get a closer look without a shaky camera. And I do have the card backings for a lot of these figures. I scanned them. Just want to see some of the packaging. I don't have the packaging for any of the objects though. I have a piece of the packaging from the catapult, but it's just like, I think, one of the flaps. C-3PO's falling out of his chair again. Drop somebody down this. Here, Luke can make an escape. Get him in there. Go in there. Yeah, there he goes. His legs are getting stuck. I guess Ewoks fit better. Here's little Wicket. He'll make a jump in there. Go. Can't really get around the table too easily. I'm just gonna rotate this. You can see the back side when I get there. There you go. And I guess Luke's jamming up the thing, getting his legs caught. There you go. Here's Wicket. Yeah, I didn't get a good look inside there. And the hole does go through to the other side on that little hut. Alright, hopefully I'm not forgetting anything, but I think that's it. So check out the blog entry, and thanks for watching.